J.S.S. Show.
Welcome back to episode 6 of my Madden 12 franchise St. Louis Rams edition. In the last episode, we survived an overtime game in the dog pound in Cleveland, all thanks to a Josh Brown kick to give us the 16-13 win. And since we didn't have our typical Steven Jackson game, since he only had 18 carries for 36 yards, averaging only 2 yards per carry, it was up to our defense to get the stops that we needed, especially with those back-to-back sacks by Keith Bullock and Chris Long to get us the ball back, and we drove down the field to set up Josh Brown for the game-winning kick. So that win against the Browns pushes us to 7-2 on the season, with the Seahawks 6-3 right behind us, as well as the 49ers and Cardinals both sitting at 5-4. And guess who we're facing next in the sim game? Yup, just our luck, we have a division rival for our sim game, and that is the Seattle Seahawks, who are 6-3 to our 7-2. So fingers crossed, and drum roll, please. And of course, the sim does us dirty, and the Seahawks get the dub, and we fall to 7-3, and the Seahawks go to 7-3, so they take the lead in the NFC West. Let's check out the game stats. So the final score of this Seahawks game was 27-13 in favor of Seattle. So let's go over some of the team stats in this game. In total offense, Seattle had 345 yards compared to our 268. We actually had more rushing yards, only by 2, 124 compared to their 122. Passing yards, they killed us. They had 223 passing yards compared to our 144. We had 15 first downs compared to their 6. And here's the biggest team stat of the game that I can't get over. And that stat would be time of possession, or possession time, which we had over 35 minutes compared to their just 24, especially in a game where we couldn't score touchdowns. Makes sense why we lose this game. They end up scoring multiple touchdowns to our only 1. So yeah, even though we had time of possession, we killed them on that. We still get the L. And when we dive into the player stats, we can see Sam Bradford was 11 for 30 on the day with 99 yards, 36% completion percentage, 0 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Terrible day for Sam. And I guess Coach Spagnuolo saw enough with Sammy B that day and decided to throw in Chad Pennington for the rest of this game. He was 7 of 15 for 60 yards, a better completion percentage, and he threw 1 touchdown. And for the Seahawks, Matt Hasselbeck had a 78% quarterback rating. He was 15 of 32 for attempts, 228 yards, 46% completion percentage, throwing 2 touchdowns and a pick. Steven Jackson led the day for our running backs with 23 attempts for 83 yards, 0 touchdowns, and Clinton Portis got a couple carries. He ended up getting 9 carries for 30 yards. Julius Jones also gets a couple carries, and Pennington and Bradford both rush 1 time for nothing. And for the Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch leads the day with 11 attempts for 100 yards and 1 touchdown, while Forsett has 8 attempts for 17. So yeah, I guess we couldn't stop Marshawn Lynch, and he had himself a good day. So shout out to Marshawn Lynch. Beast mode. For our receiving group, Mark Clayton led the day with 6 catches for 57 yards. Lance Kendrick, our stud rookie tight end, had 4 catches for 22. Steven Jackson has 2 for 20 with the touchdown. Donnie Avery has 2 for 17. And everyone else has 1 catch. And for the Seahawks, the second-year man Golden Tate has 5 catches for 94 yards. Martin right behind him with 4 catches for 26 yards. And then you can see the rest. Carlson gets the lone touchdown. For us defensively, James Laurinaitis, our stud captain middle linebacker, leads yet again another game with 8 total tackles. Chris Jenkins, our defensive tackle, gets the only sack for us on the day. And then Diggs is the one who gets our only interception. Lofa Tatupu leads the team in tackles for the Seahawks on the day with 10 total. Chris Clemens gets 1 sack on the day, while Membane is credited for 1.5. And Bradford's 2 picks on the day are thrown to Babineau and Lofa Tatupu, because he's just one of the better middle linebackers in this game. He's a beast. Josh Brown shows the league why he's the best kicker, because he goes 2 for 2 on the day in a long of 48, while the Seahawks kicker Orlando Marr goes 2 for 2 as well, but a long of 29. And before we play our next game, I want to show you the MVP race currently in the NFL, and we have Steven Jackson on top of the leaderboards. Right behind him is Phillip Rivers, Kyle Orton with the Broncos, who's playing very good football, Tom Brady, and then to end it off with Drew Brees. And with the MVP standings out of the way, let's get into our keys to victory. And before the actual keys to victory, it might help if I show you guys who we're actually playing, and that will be the Arizona Cardinals in yet another NFC West divisional matchup. We actually played this team a couple weeks ago, but unfortunately it was one of our sim games. So in that sim game, Larry Fitzgerald went off with 9 catches, 112 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So our first key to victory is pretty self-explanatory. With that being said, is because we have to stop Larry Fitzgerald. He can't even come close to replicating that sort of game. So first key to victory, Larry, limit limit Larry. And while even though Larry caught 3 touchdowns in that last game, Derek Anderson threw 4 of them, so we have to limit Derek Anderson just as much as Larry in this game. I want to see him have poor stats, poor passing yards, bad QBR, the whole 9 yards. We did do a good job with stuffing the run against the Cardinals in that last sim game, but yeah, that's about it for the keys to victory. Let's play this game against a must-win divisional opponent, the Arizona Cardinals. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet for the offensive starters of your St. Louis Rams. And now, your starting wide receiver. And at running back from Oregon State, number 39, Steven Jackson.
Glad to have you with us for this head-to-head between the Rams and the Cardinals.
And Chris, as we take a look at this matchup, what stands out?
Well, Gus, the Cardinals played in the NFC East for many years, so they didn't match up with the Rams on a consistent basis. But when they joined the West, they took an immediate dislike to the team from St. Louis, and you can see that when they hit the field. It's going to be interesting to watch how these teams will try to pull off a victory, as in this division, it is always up for grabs.
All right, Chris, with that in mind, let's go down to the field. We are ready for football. Kick this one away. Number 36 stands back to field the kick. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. And coming to the field, the quarterback, who hopes to lead this offense to victory in this game. They'll start this drive at the 20. Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Good coverage downfield. And they get to him.
I always thought it was so difficult to block linebacker blitzes because more often than not, it's a tight end or a back who has to try and step up and take on these great athletic, big pass rushing guys.
Now in a 2nd and long following the sack. Has a man to his right. The stop was made by James Laurinaitis. And let's take a look at some of the key players of this offensive unit who, as a group, hope to have a great game in this one. And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a performer to watch in this one. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. Still looking for an open man. Passes out to the left. Intercepted. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Wow, he closed on the ball quickly and came up with the interception.
Yeah, he took a risk going for the ball there because he
Get away with. Short throw to the right. It is an incomplete pass. The defense is backed up against their own end zone. Watch out. Touchdown.
Steven Jackson can beat you in so many different ways, and I know he keeps offensive coordinators up at night trying to figure out ways to stop him, but guys, don't bother. I mean, really, what are you going to do?
Brown drills the PAT, and now it's a 7-point game. St. Louis is up a touchdown. Kick it away. Number 36 is deep, looking to return the kickoff. He'll down it in the end zone. The Cardinals come back out looking for better results than their last time on the field.
They've had to retool the defense, and the result is a unit that is much quicker and younger than it has been in the past. Chris Long, players who always seems to be around the football. Thank goodness, Chris, that this young man got his mother's talent.
Yeah, he definitely overcame his father's upbringing, but here is a guy that we have enjoyed watching play in the National Football League. He's intelligent, but what really separates him is just his
pass rush didn't get there that time, but it got close enough to distract the quarterback and force him into a bad throw.
Pass is short right side.
Everybody knows about this guy's arm strength, and if you wanted to see an example of it, right there it was.
Throws it to the middle. Knocked loose before he could bring it in. Breaston thought he had a secure catch.
And that's so frustrating as the wide receiver.
Dumps it out right. Looking for a big gain down the middle. Al Harris was there to bring him down. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey.
Hightower takes a handoff.
Pretty impressive stuff. As a back, you have to just keep slamming it in there.
Hightower on the give. And the tackle was made by Chris Jenkins.
Yeah, the offensive line did their job. They created enough of a seam to get him up into the secondary, and then he was able to explode from there.
Has a man short to his left. James Butler was there for the stop. Nothing doing on that play. Hightower takes the give. He's tackled around the 4-yard line by Robbins. He's looking towards the left side. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up 4th down. And the kick is good. So the score now, the Cardinals 3, the Rams 7. Feely will be kicking off. Avery is back to receive the kick. The stop was made by number 28. The Rams will look to build momentum by getting another touchdown on this series. Bradford will hand it off.
There is no shortage of skilled players on this offense, but make no mistake, it's a unit that's built to run the football, and running it is superstar Steven Jackson out of Oregon State, who is one of the most talented and explosive and physical runners in the league.
Yeah, he is one of the league's elite runners, that's for sure, and it's really a tribute to his durability and resilience. I'm not sure another back could take the kind of punishment Steven Jackson has taken over the years and still be as effective as he is today.
And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a performer to watch in this one. Here's the give. And the tackle was made by Darnell Dockett. searching for an open man. And the pass falls incomplete. That incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice defensive stand. It just seemed that the defensive coordinator
signals for the fair catch at the 14. Hightower takes it up the middle. He's brought down right around the 18-yard line by Dahl. Looking for a man. Going deep toward the left sideline. And it's tipped away. Breaston was the intended receiver. Throws to his right. James Butler was there to bring him down.
The Cardinals have been facing a pretty stiff pass defense so far.
Hightower off the left side. And he's tackled right around the 36-yard line by Robbins. Run play, left side. Running strong downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he will score. Touchdown. Great run. He took it 62 yards for the score. Jay Feely is good on the point after. Arizona has a 3-point cushion. Feely looks ready to kick it away. Avery stands back to field the kick. Number 28 was there for the stop. They were forced to punt on their last drive. Throws middle of the field. The pass falls incomplete.
Well, you have to admire his courage. He's not afraid to make any throw.
Goes through his progression. Moves to his right.
He gets the sack, and the offensive lineman didn't have much of a chance.
He delivered a perfect swim move, and he was into the backfield in a flash. That's a kind of his signature move, if you will. And he's had a lot of success using it to get to the quarterback.
And it didn't look like the quarterback even saw him coming.
Yeah, he gets back there so fast that even if you have quick reaction time, you're still going to get sacked.
Has a man to his right.
The Rams haven't been getting the ball downfield much, at least not in big chunks. In order to keep the defense off balance, they're going to need a few more plays just like that one.
Throws it over the middle of the field. The stop was made by O'Brien Schofield.
The quarterback is having some success with this matchup. What do you see here, Chris?
Well, after a big gain like that, the quarterback may try to target this guy for really the rest of the game. It'll be interesting to see how this matchup progresses now that he's found a bit of an opening.
He's searching for a receiver. Incomplete pass. He just threw that one away.
He was in danger of getting sacked, but he did the smart thing and threw the ball away.
Take the loss of down rather than the loss of yards on a sack. And really over the course of a game, this helps keep them out of a lot of second and third and long situations.
Not to mention, keeps him from taking unnecessary shots as well.
It's broken up by the defender. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
And those are the kind of...
And it's in the end zone for a touchback. Surveys the field. There's the deep throw. And he drops the short pick. Breaston was his intended target. Good coverage downfield. And looks left. Throws. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver on the play. Flips it out short. And it's knocked loose as he tried to corral it.
Whoa, that was really lucky that one wasn't picked out.
Avery fields it at the 37. He'll be stopped at around the 46-yard line. Anthony Sherman was there to bring him down. Jackson gets the carry. He's dropped down around the 42-yard line by Peterson. Still looking for an open man. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Searching for an open man. He bats the ball away. Makes the throw over the middle. Can't make the catch in traffic. He splits the uprights.
Josh Brown sure has a powerful leg, doesn't he? We were watching him warm up before the game, and he was hitting it easily from 60, 62 yards.
This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. They give it off here. Keith Bullock was there for the stop. A 7-yard play. The first half comes to a close with our score all tied up. Welcome back to St. Louis. We'll have to see how both teams respond as the second half kickoff is just seconds away. And the tackle was made by number 28. That return will set the offense up nicely.
It's just so easy. Drives around your own 20-yard line or inside that versus being out in the middle of the field. The confidence it gives your offense, the confidence it gives your play callers makes all the difference in the world.
They get 3 yards on the play. Inside give. He's wrestled down right around the 42-yard line by number 52. Runs middle, running room. Adrian Wilson was there to bring him down.
Yeah, I have to admit that would surprise me, and I think it surprised the defense as well. May have even surprised the full.
Bradford gives it up the middle. Bradford with the give. The stop was made by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Steven Jackson does as good a job.
The halfback with the carry. And the tackle was made by Clark Hagan. Bradford hands it off straight ahead. The stop was made by Adrian Wilson. Hand off to the right. And the tackle was made by Clark Hagan. Nice running for a gain of 6. On the ground, up the middle. The stop was made by Jamal Williams. Gives it up the gut. He's tackled right around the 10-yard line by Campbell. Give to the tailback. Dumps it out right. He's brought down at about the 3-yard line by Fox. Passes short right side. He's got it! Touchdown!
The attempted pick comes up empty, and it goes for a huge gain.
He has a reputation for going after the ball aggressively, and sometimes he's going to get burned. You just have to hope that.
Out there.
Yeah, I guess, but it really kind of goes with the territory when you have an aggressive corner. I think most of the time a safety can respect that.
St. Louis up 7 points. Number 36 is back to receive the kick. He'll down it in the end zone. Counterplay. James Laurinaitis was there for the stop. That's a 3-yard gain.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
So, at the end of 3, the score is 17-10. Rams. Welcome back to St. Louis. With possession of the football, down by a touchdown. Here comes the heat.
I always thought training camps were done backwards. They always start with the simple protections, the simple plays. If I were coaching on day 1, all I would do is practice picking up blitzes. If you can pick up blitzes, you can block anything.
Short throw to the right. And the tackle was made by James Laurinaitis.
The Rams did a good job forcing it.
Avery will take off at the 31.
Holding by the receiving
The stop
team.
was made
By Anthony Sherman.
Flag on the play, first of the game.
First down.
Murphy gets called for the hold. Jackson on the give. He's going to be tackled for a loss.
Did Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it,
Jackson on the handoff. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie was there to bring him down.
nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind.
Daylight.
They haven't been easy yards to pick up, but in a hard-fought game at the end of the day, especially.
Jackson on the run. And he's tackled around the 37-yard line by Campbell. They hand it off. And the tackle was made by Jamal Williams. Fullback, watch out. Did he get there? We'll have a measurement. He did not get the marker. Fourth down. And the kick is good. And that will make a two-possession lead.
Just a huge kick in the ball game to go from a one-possession lead to a two-possession lead this late in the ball game. Huge kick. Really looks good for his team now.
This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. At this point, I think this game looks like it's
Another score. Everything's a possibility here. We've seen some strange things happen in the league.
looking for a man. Here's the pass. Deep ball to the right side. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver. Goes through his progression. And the pass is incomplete. Breston was his intended target. Here's a pass over the middle. He's dropped down right around the 40-yard line by Wilson. Good coverage downfield. He's wrestled down around the 45-yard line by Dahl. The snap. Here comes the pressure.
The quarterback had no chance on that play. Talk about raw determination by the defender to get into the backfield.
Yeah, not a lot of pretense on that play, huh? He is so strong. It seems like he can bulldoze through these huge offensive linemen almost at will. They're going to need to find a way to double team him if they ever hope to keep him off one of the other defenders to get after the quarterback unblocked.
Looking, fires it to the left. He's looking towards the left side. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability.
Has a man short to his left. The stop was made by James Laurinaitis. Patrick caught that one for a gain of 7. Flips it out short. Has a man to his right. Al Harris was there for the stop.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
Passes out to his right. He drops the easy pick. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver on the play. He's going to his right. Throws. And the pass falls incomplete. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver. Fires a laser down the middle. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
Well played by the defense.
Makes the throw over the middle. Ball's in the pass, but dumped right away. Maybe gets a yard. Jackson takes the give. That's all from St. Louis. Stick around for our post-game wrap-up. And let's take a look at the Gatorade Performer of the Game.
We get the must win against the Arizona Cardinals. Let's go over the team stats. Cardinals actually had more total offense with 231 yards compared to our only 158. They had more rushing yards, more passing yards. We had the same amount of first downs. Turnovers, we had 0 to their 1 turnover, the pick 6 he threw early in the game. And to be honest, the deciding factor in this game was that pick 6 in general, because we only scored 1 touchdown and our only other touchdown was the pick 6, so shout out to Derek Anderson for throwing that pick. Sammy B today was pretty decent. He had an 80% quarterback rating, 6 for 13 from the field, 44 yards, 46% completion percentage, and 1 touchdown, no turnovers. But yeah, I shouldn't say decent game. He was pretty bad. And even though Sam Bradford was bad, Derek Anderson was worse. He had a 39 quarterback rating. He was 12 of 29 from the field for 122 yards, 41% completion percentage, 0 touchdowns, and throws the pick 6. Very bad. Steven Jackson continues his MVP caliber season with 22 attempts for 108 yards and the lone touchdown, while Carney gives me 2 attempts for 17. And for the Cardinals, Tim Hightower has 8 attempts for 69 yards, while the lone touchdown goes to the rookie Ryan Williams with his 1 carry going for 64 to the house. Not many catches for our Rams receiving group in this game because Lance Kendrick, the stud rookie tight end, only has 3 catches for 34. Then Gibson gets in on the show with 2 catches for 11 yards and the lone touchdown. Tim Hightower leads the day with 3 catches for 15 yards. Larry Fitzgerald, we do a good job of stuffing him because he only has 3 catches for 46. And then Kumar, Roberts, and Patrick each get themselves a couple catches. Another game of our captain James Laurinaitis leading the team in tackles with a total of 6. And while Chris Long, Keith Bullock, and James Laurinaitis each get themselves a sack. Calais Campbell leads the Cardinals in total tackles today, and he was everywhere on the field. And shout out to Calais Campbell because this guy's still playing football to this day. What a beast. And Jamal Williams as well as Calais Campbell each get themselves a sack. Josh Brown actually hit a 60-yarder in today's game, which is just crazy, guys, especially in Madden 12. So he is the best kicker in the game, and he was 2 for 2 on the day as well, so what a beast. Let's now check out the best and worst play of the game. If you got this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking, sharing, and most importantly, subscribing to the channel. As always, I want to thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.